Welcome to another edition of Main Event Wrestling. I am, as always, your host, Mr. Main Event Wrestling, and tonight we are going to talk about Raw. I'm going to review Raw, and I'm going to give my Hell in a Cell predictions. And let's start out with Raw. A couple things before we get into the Hell in a Cell predictions that I won't really touch on during the predictions. Mick Foley made a surprise guest appearance tonight during a promo between Ambrose and Rollins, and he got a huge reaction, and that really, I think, meant a lot to Foley, because a couple weeks ago on his Facebook page he talked about how he didn't think that he was important enough to WWE anymore to do the surprise out of nowhere appearances like Rock did a couple weeks ago. But he absolutely is. I think the WWE fans love Mick Foley for what he's done to himself for our entertainment. And I can say with no doubt in my mind, Mick Foley is a large reason why I love professional wrestling. People like Mick Foley. People that will put their heart and soul into everything that they do for the entertainment of us, the fans. I appreciate the hell out of Mick Foley, and it was great to see you, Mick. Hope to see you more. And that's about it for what I wouldn't really touch on, so let's get into the Hell in a Cell predictions. Goldust and Stardust versus the Usos. This is the second time they fought on pay-per-view in a row, and Goldust and Stardust just won the titles, so I don't see the Usos winning. So my pick's going to be Goldust and Stardust. AJ Lee versus Paige for the Divas Championship. I think AJ is going to retain because, as I saw on the internet today, apparently Paige is going to be on the next season of Total Divas, and they don't want people from Total Divas holding the title due to the gap in airing and recording, because they could show them with the belt on the show, but they wouldn't have the belt at that time, and it would cause a lot of confusion if you're stupid. But a lot of people are stupid. None of you. You're all smart. You're all smart, and I love you all. Keep watching. Then we have Big Show versus Rusev. They tried to add more heat to this with Rusev kicking a plant dressed as a soldier. I thought that was unneeded. I don't think it really added much to the match. But my pick is Rusev. And then we have Sheamus versus The Miz for the United States title. And I'm picking The Miz to win the title. And I'm also saying that Mizdow, within the next month or two, will turn on The Miz, because he's been getting wins lately in matches. And that's a pretty big step up from where he was, because he was losing matches left and right in the stupid impersonations gimmicks. Now he's got the stunt double gimmick, and he's winning matches. And then we have Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella, where the loser has to be the other personal assistant for a month, and if they don't, they'll be forced to quit. I'm picking Nikki Bella and hope that after that month is over, it's all done and over with, and we don't have to see the Bellas on fucking TV every week being bitches to each other, because they are terrible actresses, and it's just annoying. Then we have the two matches that are selling this show. First up, John Cena versus Randy Orton, with the winner being the number one contender to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, after Raw tonight, am picking Randy Orton. I went into Raw having this match as my solid pick. I was going to pick John Cena. But after Raw tonight, where they had two segments to me that showed that Orton was going to win. First, John Cena and Randy Orton cut a promo with Paul Heyman, who had come out after they announced that the winner was going to get Brock. And Heyman focused a lot of the promo on Randy Orton and not much on Cena. And after Randy Orton RKO'd John Cena, he turned Heyman around and he gave him an RKO out of nowhere. And then in the main event handicap match with Cena and Ambrose versus Orton, Kane, and Rollins, after that match, Rollins curb stomped Orton. So I'm picking Randy Orton, and I think he's going to have a match with Lesnar, which they've never had, and I think it's going to be an amazing match. Wherever they have it, whether it be, the smart choice would be Survivor Series, because that's in St. Louis, Randy Orton's hometown, or they could do it at Rumble if they wanted. But I think the smarter choice would be give the money to Brock and have the match at Survivor Series. Then we have Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins in Hell in a Cell. Both these matches are Hell in a Cell. And since I picked Randy Orton to win, I'm picking Dean Ambrose to beat Seth Rollins in their match. Because once one happens, we'll know the result of the other. Because if John Cena beats Randy Orton, Seth Rollins is going to beat Dean Ambrose. If Randy Orton beats John Cena, Dean Ambrose is going to beat Seth Rollins. Because even though they really hinted at a Randy Orton face turn tonight, Randy Orton's still the heel in the match. If one co-main event is going to have the heel win, the other co-main event's going to have the face win, or vice versa. And it's how it's done. You can almost flawlessly predict matches by seeing what you can predict the main event by seeing what the second match, the second main event, the co-main event result is. If the heel wins the co-main event, you better believe the face is going to win the main event. If the face wins the co-main event, you better believe the heel's winning the main event. It's balance, it's what is smart, and that's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Dean Ambrose to get the win over Seth Rollins. And it's going to be match of the year. It's going to be, of course, match of the night. And that match is going to make both those guys' career. And it might be one of the best Hell in a Cell matches we've ever seen. Alright, that does it for my predictions. And that does it for this week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Leave questions in the comment box. Leave questions on my Facebook. And I will answer any and all of them. And I will see you guys next Monday for my Raw review and Hell in a Cell reaction. Until then, I will see you all later. Have a good one.